morning. I'm Father Gregory Jensen. I'm the priest at St. Cyril Methodius Orthodox Church in Madison, Wisconsin. Glory to Jesus Christ. I had to be in here early this morning to take care of some things in the altar because, our schedule has changed because of the coronavirus. And I thought that since I was here anyway, I might take a few minutes and invite you to look around the church with me. Like I said, this is St. Cyril and Methodius, Ukrainian Orthodox Church. We're located in Madison, Wisconsin on the campus, or actually just next to the campus of the University of Wisconsin. Let me show you around a little bit and show you so you can see what an Orthodox church looks like if you've never seen one. The very first thing I need to tell you is that we're a mission, so we look a little different than a lot of Orthodox churches because we're in a temporary space. But right here, I'll step back and you can see it, is the icon screens. And what we did is we went to a printer and got icons printed up on rolling screens so that it could function as an icon screen for us. And the icon screen of the Orthodox Church is meant to help remind the faithful that when we gather to pray, we gather not simply as a community here on earth, but with the church in heaven. So we have on the icon screen first the icon of Christ, and then his mother, the Theotokos. We have the patron of the church, St. Cyril and Methodius, the great evangelizers of the Slavic people, and then St. John the Baptist. Actually, that's an icon of the beheading of St. John the Baptist. Now, usually, the only person who goes in the altar in an Orthodox church is the priest and the deacon and the altar servers. But since it's just me, I thought I would take you in and give you a little look around. Behind the holy table is an icon of the platera, the icon of the sign of the Mother of God and Jesus enthroned in her lap. Underneath that is the bishop's throne. This is where Vladika Daniel sits when he comes to visit us, and there are two chairs on either side for the priest and the deacon. The holy table itself, honestly, I'll tell you a secret. The holy table itself is actually a cafe table that we got online, but it's the right size. And on the table there is a book of the gospel, the blessing cross, and then the spoon and napkin that we use for Holy Communion. The knife is so that I can cut up the consecrated elements, the bread. We use leavened bread in the Orthodox Church, and sometimes it's rather crumbly, so I will often cut it up with the knife, and here's the tray I use. Right behind this are two small, I call them tabernacles. The first one holds the consecrated elements for Holy Communion, the bread and the wine mixed together, and then behind that is the communion kit. Over here on the right side of the altar area is the prothesis, or where I prepare the gifts. The priest prepares the gifts, and here are the chalice and the discos and the knife and things that I use to cut everything up. I'm sort of a high-tech guy, so here's my tablet that I use to keep track of all the people I pray for at liturgy. So it makes life a lot neater in the altar. So because of the coronavirus, we've had to cancel a lot of our services. I'll just show you a little bit more around the church while I talk to you. Here's the choir area. So I came in early to clean up some things and to get ready for Sunday, because Sunday liturgy is the only service that we're celebrating for the time being until the pandemic has passed. Here's the candle stand. This is where when people come in, they'll say a prayer here and light a candle, like our friends will do in the Catholic Church. And here are some of the icons on the wall. So because of the pandemic, like I said, we're only celebrating liturgy on Sunday. And usually what happens is I come in mid-afternoon on Saturday and get the altar and everything ready. But since I'm not going to be here on Saturday, I thought I'd come in this morning. Over here, more icons. We love our icons of Jesus and Mary, St. Justin, and I forget who the other saint is, but someone donated that icon. And here are our holy water dispensers, which are very, very efficient because they're just beverage dispensers. When I was at the seminary, I noticed they had one, so I thought, that's the way to go. Anyway, like I said, liturgy on Sunday is at 9:30, but that's all we're having because we have a concern about because of our concern about the coronavirus, us and everyone else. I'm bringing you now into our fellowship room, And one of the things that's sort of not peculiar, but interesting about Orthodox Christians is that we do love to eat. It's the rare Orthodox parish that doesn't have a coffee hour at the end of liturgy, and frequently our fellowship time will last just about as long as the liturgy itself. The liturgy is about an hour and a half, and coffee hour will be about the same. We have these lovely plastic tables and this donated furniture. The furniture is important because the parish also sponsors the Orthodox Christian Fellowship, the college group at the University of Wisconsin here in Madison. So the students will use this for their meetings as well, but we have a lot of small children, so we have some toys and books for them as well. Here's a wood version of Noah's Ark that was made by prisoners here in the state of Wisconsin. And of course, we have a chalkboard. Two of our parishioners very graciously spent some time putting chalkboard paint up on the wall so that the children can draw. The undergraduates like it as well. So this is the rest of our space. Like I said, we're in the basement of a commercial building. It's an office building, so it's kind of stark, but we have bad storage. But there you go. Before it was St. Cyril Methodius, it was a computer programming place. So it still has that sort of utilitarian look. Speaking of utilitarian, here is my office with my very new desk, which is very nice. Very tiny printer, old printer, refrigerator where I store the wine, the phone that never rings because who uses a phone anymore? A couple of file cabinets. So what else do we have? Well, this is towards the entrance of the church. And this is where folks come in. And this is our wee kitchen. We have a refrigerator and a stove and a microwave and a coffee pot. Actually, we just got a new coffee maker. Sadly, the coffee maker arrived just before we started. The coronavirus caused us to have to stop celebrating liturgy on a regular basis. So we've not actually used it because we haven't had enough people to justify firing it up. But I'm very hopeful because I very much like coffee. Here in Madison, Wisconsin, it's often cold, and today is no exception. You can see outside, that's me in the window, that it is snowing. So what are you going to do? It's just a lot of snow today. So I'll probably go back home in a little while. I have some work to do. I teach at our seminary, but I'll work from home today so I don't get stuck in the snow. So that's a quick tour of our building, and I'm going to try to see if I can manage to live stream liturgy on Sunday morning. Let's see if I can flip the camera around. Oh, there I am again. Okay, so hopefully if I can set the computer up and do what needs to be done on Sunday morning, we'll live stream liturgy. That should start about 9:30 or so. Hopefully you'll be able to join us. I'll put a note up here on the parish webpage and on my personal Facebook page. Oh, I forgot to show you. Jesus. We are Orthodox Christians. We are extremely fond of Jesus. We are so fond of Jesus that we have pictures of him everywhere. And this is Jesus, the Pantocrator, the judge of all. Anyway, hopefully you'll be able to join us on Sunday, at least online. The site says that we have to limit attendance to 10, and with the priest and the chanter, that means we have room for 8. But hopefully you can be one of those 8 here on Sunday or with us live. All right, well, as faith in the Orthodox Church, glory to Jesus Christ, glory forever, and thanks for spending time with me. God bless you. Bye-bye.